The following content is explicit. Listener discretion is advised.
And welcome back to the Red Rum Podcasters. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Natasha.
And we're on episode 16.
I think so.
Yay!
16. That means 16 weeks.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a long time. That's almost half a year.
And if you think about it, we've been getting together more than that.
Yeah.
We record a couple at a time. You know, we still get together to do other things. And
yeah.
Like, we got together a lot beforehand to prep.
Yeah, get it ready. And I'm sorry, I am still tasting my breakfast. It's really weird. I had this like a egg in a nest thingy or egg in something. I don't know. Eggs and toast and some kind of green leafy something another with bacon. It was pretty good, but I'm like,
sounds really good.
It's lingering.
And that was at the local coffee shop?
Yep. At the local coffee shop. Probably be glad that you're sitting over there, because if I am tasting it, you could probably smell it.
Maybe. If I was next to you, my breakfast was only a honey bun, so.
Oh, man. I love honey buns.
I know, right? So my baby turned 1 yesterday.
I know, she's so cute. I didn't put a post on Facebook. Last night was pure chaos. And then, of course, you know, I get the laundry going, and I just started a load of laundry half an hour ago. Then the dog pees everywhere. So now I have all of these towels that need washed, and I can't put them in the washer.
We took the girls to the park, and then we went to an ice cream place afterwards.
Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I don't know about the park, but I'm jealous about the ice cream, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
Did you know Rocky Road ice cream has marshmallows in it? Well, that came out funny. Marshmallows in it?
Marshmallows. Marshmallow.
I'm drunk on Mountain Dew and 2 cups of Jamaican Me Happy coffee. Woo, all right.
So anyways, episode 16, here we are.
Yeah.
Sticking with us.
Yeah, there's a couple things that we want to go over in the beginning, just to make sure we touch base on you guys, make sure you're aware of it. We're going to go ahead. I know that this episode doesn't come out till next week, but we're going to go ahead and tell you about it because
we want you to be prepared.
Hopefully by then, from the looks of it, we will have met our 1,000 downloads. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. When that happens, what we have is yours truly here. By the way, it took me a lot of researching and looking for cool shit. Well, so I purchased some of our merch. There's a coffee cup, some stickers, a magnet, a little pin. Oh my god, the little pin's adorable, by the way. But it came like in a huge package. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So those are what we have for the merch that came in, and then I got there's like a little, like a true crime activities book or true crime facts book or something, and then this
something for you to do on the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. Or on the airplane, or apparently I like to say on the bus, so we're gonna say on the bus. But there's also this, oh my god, this adorable little sticker. It's like this really fat black cat, right? And it's sitting down and holding this bloody knife. It is super adorable, but I just had to get it to put it. So we're gonna put all of those into like a little
gift basket.
Yeah, like a, well, quote unquote gift basket. It's probably not gonna look like a gift basket. It's gonna be a box full of stuff, but same concept. And what we're gonna do is through Halloween.
On Halloween. We should draw on Halloween.
You know what? That's a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick a name on Halloween.
Halloween.
And that is actual Halloween. Probably not our Halloween episode because, well, we record ahead of time and things get a little chaotic. But to do so, to keep everything in the same place, make sure everybody has access, this is what we're going to do. Our email has been a deserted island since we've started.
Thanks, guys.
We have not received a single true story or anything. Actually, we did get one. We did get one email.
We got one email.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but we did get one. To get entered, all you gotta do is send us an email to theredrumpodcasters@gmail.com.
And tell us what your favorite episode is.
Yeah, just tell us what your favorite episode is, or also we're going to need a name and where to send the stuff
if you're drawn.
If you're drawn. You just want to put your name and we need to reach out with you. You know, if you're not comfortable sending out all of your information initially, you could just put your name, and then if we draw your name, we'll contact you to get that information so that we know where to send all of the stuff. But
if you work with us, we may deliver.
Yeah, to say we might deliver if you're lucky enough. In the subject line, just put in there drawing, and that way, you know, we can keep everything together. We can search it. We can do all of that and make our list and pick everything. But yeah, that's what we have for that, and we really appreciate all of the support and everything to get us to 1,000 downloads. You guys have been awesome, and you'll keep spreading the word and doing that kind of thing. We're taking some steps to get the word out there. I don't know if you know, Kristen, but I have officially bought my ticket to CryptidCon.
Nice.
So I will be there.
Where's that at?
It's in Lexington, Kentucky.
They have like a crime con or something like that.
Yeah, but it's $350 and it's in Orlando.
I know,
That's
and
why I was like, damn it.
Some of my favorite podcasts are going to be there, which makes me really sad that I'm not going to be going.
I looked into it because I considered it until I saw that it was $350. However, if you guys would, like to donate to send us to CrimeCon, that would be fantastic.
I would love to go to CrimeCon.
We actually have a donation link to PayPal on our website, theredrumpodcasters.com.
Send me to CrimeCon.
Yeah, send us somewhere.
Mama needs a vacation.
No shit. So does this mama. Anyway, I'll look it up later, but it's on the 18th of a month. I don't know if it's October or November. I think it's October. But anyway, I'm going there. I'm going to sport my merch.
I would go with you. I wouldn't be able to go either way.
My
husband is in Colorado, and I am alone with the babies.
So my husband is going to be in, I think, Wisconsin the first month, or the first weekend of the month. So I had to try to schedule something else. But I'll be there. So if any of you guys decide that you want to go to Lexington, Kentucky to
CryptidCon.
Yeah, dude, holler, because I will totally find you and we could say hi and I could actually meet you in person. It'd be pretty awesome. I think that would be super cool to find that out. There's also a ghost hunt that I'm going on in November, and it's at Ashmore Estates in Illinois. It's an overnighter. It's going to be insane, and my mom's going with me.
Oh, I want to go with you guys.
Yeah, the 25th of November. It's Saturday.
Is that like the Saturday after Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay.
And it starts at 8, and it ends at 6 on Sunday morning. And it cost, I think it was $100 a person.
TBD.
So, also, if you guys want to go, have a good time, granted, if we're going to be poo-pooing and not having a good time, then keep your ass at home. But if you're open-minded, you want to go and see if we can find anything spooky, I also ordered a night vision camera. And I have, I think, a recorder and some other ghost hunting equipment in my house.
We're going to turn into so that pharmacy that's now not a pharmacy?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to turn into them because they do all these trips for old people. And we're going to be the ones that are organizing trips for spook chasers.
They can organize their own shit. We're just going to show up.
Well, no, I mean, so we're all going to meet at this and at this time, and we're going to have a charter bus, and we're all going to go.
We're going to have a charter bus.
We're going to have a charter.
Are we going to have a case of the vapors? But yeah, so I'm going to that. I also have my eyes on another one that is October 12th. It's a Thursday. I really want to go to it because it's at Bobby Mackey's, and it's overnight. It's a little more pricey. I haven't found a wingman for that yet, and to be honest, I don't know if I feel like being alone in Bobby Mackey's by myself overnight. I mean, I'm into the stuff. I like to have a good time. I like the spooky stuff, but I don't know if I like it that much.
Yeah.
And partially, too, if you have somebody with you, then it's not just, granted, I'll have them in recording stuff, but it'll be an extra person that if something happens, you'll have that, too.
I could beg the grandparents.
Yeah, because it's Thursday, it's at 8 o'clock. I think it's over at 12:30, and it is in Wilder, Kentucky. It's about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I've got my eyes on it. I haven't purchased a ticket for that one yet, but the other one for sure. Tickets bought. I'll be there. Yeah. So we're pretty excited, and I think we might rent a room up there and then head back on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
So it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, so there's those, and that's kind of the update on in what's going on, with us, and as far as us getting out, spreading the word, doing some networking, making connections, and that kind of thing. I do also want to bring up our lonely email that we've got.
Okay.
From a Patreon. It came from Dixon Cider.
Dixon Cider.
I'm not making a joke. I'm fighting the joke. They actually brought up a really good point. They were talking about the Men in Black episode where the guy goes out, he takes the photos, and we were trying to figure out maybe what is the timeline between when the guy took the photos and when he showed them to his boss and the boss showed up to get a look at everything. They had brought up the point of, way back in the day, sometimes like when you would get film developed, it would take about a week to get your film developed. To which stemmed to the fact that I was like, well, what about Polaroids, right? So I looked up to see when Polaroids were invented, which I found out was, I think it said it was 1948, which was, a few years at least before this happened. So there's no, specified camera to see which one he used. If it was an old-fashioned one, it could have been a week after, but he did have Polaroids available to him, so it could have been instantaneous, and he could have shown him whenever he went to work.
Yeah.
It didn't clarify, but that was a really good point that got brought up that I just didn't even consider because, I'm living in the 21st century here.
You take a photo and show it to somebody on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had to develop film in, dear God, I'm old, 20 years.
So,
Shit.
I'm fairly young, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I know about developing film. We, had to develop film, digital cameras were kind of like my mid-childhood. But we did disposable cameras at mine and my brother's graduation parties.
Somebody's wedding, we had disposable cameras also.
I don't think I was there.
They had them at, I'm trying to remember whose that was, but they had them at it was really kind of a cool idea, I thought, because they had them at every table.
Yeah, so people could take pictures.
And people were encouraged to take photos while they were at the table and then leave the cameras.
Yeah. They do still develop film.
Yeah.
At Walmart and stuff. You can still send off your film rolls and get them developed and...
Yeah.
Just not your nudie pics.
Shit.
So...
Damn it.
So I had a laugh, okay? Whenever my husband and all of your cousins were cleaning out Bud's house.
Oh, no.
They found a Polaroid of someone's dick pic.
Wait. At my uncle's house?
Yeah. And it was not your uncle's.
Well, how do we know it wasn't my uncle's? Did we ask him?
They knew whose it was.
Oh, okay. Was it your husband's?
No.
Oh.
It was one of his sons.
Does it start with the letter J?
No.
Well, there you go, Michaela.
Take the picture and you take it.
Is that considered a hand job? So, hopefully, if I die, nobody goes through my phone because I have multiple folders.
Folders?
Folders. I'm organized.
Okay.
You want some titty pics? I got a folder. You want some booty pics? I got a folder. You want some sexy costumes? I got a folder for that, too. Yeah. I got a multitude. What I used to do is I would send them to my husband while he was at work.
Yeah.
Oops. So I would send them on Snapchat. And he would open them at work. Occasionally, he would open the photo, which, you can't see until you open it, where he would be surrounded by people, one of which was his boss, over his shoulder. And, yeah, so I'm pretty sure somebody in that office saw my titties. At least once.
At least you don't know the person.
Oh, I knew. I worked there.
No, 98% sure that your brother has seen my nude pictures.
That still cracks me up. Every time you tell me that story, it makes me laugh. That is everything that we have as far as housekeeping. I know that was a little bit long, so I'm sorry. But we're going to go ahead and dig into your case. So what did you bring today?
This is the case of Becky Watts.
Okay, why does that name sound very familiar?
So, whenever you hear the last name Watts, your mind is automatically going to go to Chris Watts.
Ah, okay. Maybe that's
This is not that case.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Becky Watts. So this was in 2015.
Well, That's not that long ago.
No.
Okay.
She was a 16-year-old living in Bristol with her dad, Darren Galsworthy.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. And his wife, Angie, which was her stepmom. Her family reported her missing on February 20th around 4 p.m., saying that her disappearance was out of character. 12 days later, her stepbrother Nathan Matthews confessed, and her dismembered body was found in a garden shed just miles from her home.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You said the 12-year-old confessed?
No, it was 12 days later.
Oh, 12 days later. Well, how old was he?
So
she was 16.
Yeah, she was 16. Her stepbrother was older. Like, he had already moved out of the house.
Okay. Adult child. Got it.
Yes. Becky was brutally murdered by her stepbrother and his girlfriend, Shauna. I really want to say whore, but I don't think that's right. It's Hoare. Oare, maybe? Something.
Spell it again?
Hoare.
It does sound like whore.
It does. It looks like it should be said whore. Anyways,
whore?
Yeah, I only refer to her as Shauna in the... So we're good. So they murdered her in her bedroom the night before she was reported missing. Although he appeared normal on the outside, Nathan, who was just 28, had a history of depression and anxiety and an obsession with teenage schoolgirls.
Oh, okay.
He would spend hours watching graphic videos and looking at images depicting teenage girls being kidnapped, assaulted, and engaging in sexual activity with men.
That's a lot of porns?
Yeah. But teenage schoolgirls.
Yeah.
So a little...
Shit.
A little on the pedo side.
Sorry, in my head. Well, schoolgirl could still be 18.
Could be.
I mean, about that costume folder.
Yeah, I know. There's costumes, but...
But you know what I mean? Like, they could be portraying... I'm just saying the people in the video could have been portraying...
Yes.
But not necessarily...
But he himself had an obsession with schoolgirls.
Probably in his mind, they were children. In his mind,
yes.
they were not like a boyish figured 18-year-old plus woman pretending to be a child. They were a child.
His girlfriend knew of his obsession and would discuss it with him, sending him messages about spotting the perfect schoolgirl to kidnap.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if your husband asked
Nope.
Would be like, hey babe, there's this schoolgirl over here.
Yeah. No. Now I'll look at my husband and be like, did you see her titties? But
right?
Nathan didn't live in the family home, but he said that he didn't like how Becky treated his mother and didn't respect the rules of the house.
Well, she's just a rebellious teenager. I mean, she's 16. When I was 16, good God.
Her dad and her stepmom had been together since she was 3. There was a obvious bond there.
Yeah.
Too. Like, she was very comfortable around her stepmom. I mean, she'd been around her since she was little. It's not like this woman was brand new in her life.
Yeah, in some cases, with them getting together and her being at such a young age, she may not have, depending on how traumatic the environment was with her actual mother and father, she might not even have memories of that. So to her, she might have imprinted that, real mom.
Yes.
But I know in some cases, so when my ex-husband and I got together, my son was probably 2-3 years old. But thankfully, I guess we weren't too traumatic because he would specify. He never in his life ever referred to my ex-husband as dad. Ever.
Yes.
It was, my dad and him.
Mm-hmm.
He differentiated the two all the time. I think it kind of depends on the situation and maybe depending on how much the mother was involved with her in her life after the fact.
Yeah, because she mainly lived with her dad.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
I'm just thinking, so if she had a lot of visitation with her mother, it might be, this is a, motherly figure, but, she was fully aware because she had a quote unquote, mother that was around and involved and that kind of thing. But if the mother was not involved or incarcerated or something to that effect, then it would have been more of an imprint to a mother.
Of an actual, parental figure.
Yes.
Yeah. On the day Becky was murdered, her father and stepmother were out, and Nathan and Shauna showed up at the house. They brought a stun gun,
Okay.
handcuffs,
Okay.
masks, and tape.
Okay. None of that to me screams murder weapon.
They backed the car into the driveway to where the trunk was right next to the front door.
Okay, right now this sounds a lot like they were strictly going to kidnap at the house, not murder at the house.
We will see.
Okay.
Between Becky's last text to her boyfriend at 11 a.m. and when her stepmom arrived at home at 12:45, Becky had been murdered in her bedroom. This girl fought for her life as she was strangled.
Ah, okay. What, did it say what she was strangled with?
I'm pretty sure it was hands.
Okay.
She was battered and bruised as she was stripped naked after her death and then stabbed repeatedly.
Okay, whoa. Okay, hold on. And this is in her house.
Yes.
Okay, so this girl was probably stun gunned, strangled, stabbed, yet the parents didn't know anything and reported her as missing.
Yes.
How? They must be like a hell of a cleanup crew.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Wow.
Now, I can't necessarily say that she was stabbed at the house. Though.
Sorry, my brain immediately went to maybe they should have gave cleaning advice to the guy in your last story where there was blood fucking everywhere.
She sustained at least 40 different injuries.
Holy crap. Okay, so that includes 40 different injuries includes the bruising and the stabbing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Nathan then took her body and put her in the trunk of his car. And the next day, as Becky was being reported missing, Nathan was spotted on security footage purchasing a circular saw at a local hardware store. Evidence shows that Becky was dismembered in Nathan and Shauna's bathroom using that saw over the weekend. Murder! Trunk. Back to their apartment, dismembered.
Oh, okay. I just had a thought. I don't know how good of a thought it is, but in my mind, I am struggling with you already strangled her to death. Why are you stabbing her? Rage. Which leads me to, is there some psychological aspect to stabbing versus something else? Which
with this, it seems more of like a rage thing because he was already mad at the way that she was treating his mom.
Yeah.
So I think it's more rage than anything.
All right. So I feel like I just had like a light bulb come on with the connection here. So Rebecca was the dad and another woman's kid, but he was her and another man's kid.
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking they were like both blood siblings. That's why I was really confused. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, that makes no sense. Okay.
No, it's her stepbrother.
Okay. Sorry, I just had that connection hit and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Step, not half, nothing.
Okay.
So anyways, back to their apartment. Circular saw. Yeah.
Ugh.
He severed her head, limbs, and torso, wrapping them in plastic bags and cling film before putting them in suitcases and backpacks.
Who's got that many suitcases and backpacks?
So it said rucksacks, I think, in the original article that I was reading. So it could be like backpack duffel bag.
Is that like a military bag, like a rucksack?
Kinda.
I feel like I think I've heard that term with my ex who's in the military.
But a lot of people use rucksack is kind of like a synonym backpack duffel bag sort of thing.
Like something that would be very useful in camping.
Yes.
Okay.
February 23rd, he asked his friend Demetrius to help him move some suitcases and bags to Demetrius's garden shed.
This poor guy doesn't even know.
No.
Oh my God, they found her there. Can you imagine being that guy?
Demetrius and his girlfriend say they had no idea that the bags contained Nathan's stepsister.
Well, I mean, at that time, she wouldn't be, like, stanking or nothing, you know? So, like, they probably really didn't know.
Yeah. Nathan and Shauna were the last ones to see Becky, and their evasion of police and suspicious behavior led to their arrest on February 28th for kidnapping Becky. Shauna told police that Becky left on the day of her disappearance, while Nathan just replied, "No comment," to all of the questions.
I love those smart killers.
Becky's blood was mixed with Nathan's fingerprints on the doorframe of her bedroom.
Okay, so maybe they weren't that good. But how did they not see that whenever they reported her missing?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. 3 days later, the couple was rearrested on the charge of murder. Once he was arrested, Nathan confessed to the murder, and he claimed that he only intended to, quote, teach her a lesson, end quote, to frighten her to realize that her behavior had been unacceptable. It was a kidnap plan that went too far.
Aha!
Shauna still claimed that she knew nothing about what happened, but would the jury believe her?
She was there. How did she? I was not aware, even though I was witnessing my boyfriend chopping up his sister.
So she was trying to say that, like, she wasn't in the room, in the house, and didn't know what was going on.
There is no way
that you were in the car with your boyfriend, and he's like, I'm gonna take my stun gun, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that, and then he backs his car up to the front door.
Well, and then there's no
and
way
pops the fucking trunk.
That you would have to notice he's putting a fucking body in the car.
Yeah, and I don't know that it was like dismembered in your bathtub.
And then you'd have to get it from the trunk to your house.
And dismembered in your bathtub.
Yeah. And then I'm wondering, why did the Demetrius, which, by the way, that is a badass name, how was he not suspicious? But then I guess, okay, hold on. Head.
Shoulders, knees, and toes.
Fuck me. I'm trying to count how many body bags there were.
So
there's head, 2 limbs for the arms, 2 limbs for the legs,
and a torso.
Like 6 suitcases and back. That would not be suspicious?
Maybe he didn't separate them. Like, I mean, it could have been like arms and legs in this bag, head and torso in this bag.
Still 4.
2 arms and legs.
Oh, arms and legs in one. Okay.
Yeah. Like the big suitcases.
Well, then it couldn't be a backpack.
Head, or maybe like he did like the head in one bag.
I just feel like
I don't know.
Any combination of putting them together,
yeah,
I feel like would have been
suspicious.
Yeah.
Ride or die friend. That's all I can say.
Maybe he was like, "Oh, hey, I put these in your shed?" And he maybe he was at work. He's like, "Yeah, shed's open,
and
he didn't even see it.
Put your crap in there. I don't give a shit."
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Benefit of the doubt.
The trial lasted for 6 weeks and was considered a sexually motivated crime after they found out all of his
fetishes.
Shit.
Nathan, I'm not gonna yuck your yum unless it's child related.
Nathan
or animals.
Nathan was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 33 years to life. Shauna was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 17 years. And the 2 friends so he did help. So the 2 friends, as in Demetrius and his girlfriend, that helped move and store the body in the shed were jailed for assisting an offender, but then later released.
So much for the benefit of the doubt, assholes.
Yeah. And that is Becky Watts' story.
That's fucked up. Like, real fucked up. Also, not the brother's role to teach his sister respect and a lesson. Like, know your role. You don't even fucking live there anymore.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on in that house.
Yeah. And how does he know that she's being disrespectful and blah, 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 blah?
Is it a clean your room, I don't clean my room, disrespect?
Yeah.
Or is it straight up, you're not my mom?
Yeah, or 1 minute past curfew.
I don't care what the kind of disrespect was.
Yeah.
It doesn't justify this.
Yeah. Okay, you heard that too, right?
Where's your phone?
Between my... Oh, no, it's right here. It didn't do anything.
It was like a vibration of a phone and it wasn't mine.
I got nothing.
I don't either. Weird.
Anywho.
And on to the intervention.
All right. See you soon. Welcome to this week's Interbitchin'. Today's topic are animals that reproduce asexually. Number 1.
Sea stars.
Number 2.
Ants.
Number 3.
Whiptail lizards.
Number 4.
Zebrafish.
And number 5.
Jellyfish.
And welcome back from the inner bitchin'. Natasha, what do you have for us today?
I have kind of a short one, which I guess kind of works out since we had such a long intro. So this works out. I'm going to cover the House of Death in New York City, New York.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
So
I love your cryptids, but I like stories.
Well, next week we're bringing it back.
I know, but I like stories.
Real weird.
real weird.
So have I covered a haunted house yet? I don't think I have. I've covered haunted places like the prison.
Yeah. We talked about doing a together episode kind of thing and covering a murder that turned into a
like
haunted house. Yeah, Amityville. Son of a bitch.
Maybe we should skip that one.
You're rubbing off on me. Amityville. Yeah. But I don't think you've ever actually covered like a haunted house.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm really excited.
So here we go. Like I said, it's pretty short, but it's still pretty spooky. So I went ahead and put it on there. It looks pretty cool. All right, so this innocent-looking brownstone in Greenwich Village is anything but that. This building covers up an evil past. Erected in 1856 on West 10th Street, there have been 10 reported deaths credited to the darkness of the home, from heart attacks to suicides, which are always really creepy. And I've got a couple people here, who've lived there that everybody primarily, puts credit to. There's Mr. James Borman Johnston. That's a hell of a name. He was the founder of the Metropolitan Underground Railroad.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
And Broadway Underground Railroad.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what he did. I mean, because obviously Underground Railroad, people can't know about that and all of that. I couldn't find what he did in the day. Like, what his primary job was.
Did you say where this was at yet?
It's in New York City, New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Mr. James Borman Johnston's very wealthy widow was then transplanted in the house when he passed away, and their daughters joined her after his death was in 1880s. Once the Johnstons moved out is when things started getting like super spooky. The first recorded incident was in August of 1897 when Fred H. Andrew, who was a cycling celebrity, it's kind of weird. Yeah. But that's what it is. Well, maybe it's like, who's that other guy? Like Lance Armstrong or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, the biker.
Yeah. Just don't take steroids, kids. It's not good for your careers.
Or balls. So, he actually struck a young boy around 8 years old during an accident that was in progress.
Like, struck with his bike? Because you say struck, and I'm thinking he, like, fucking backhanded some kid.
Oh, I'm thinking he struck him with some sort of mobility device. It doesn't specify, I don't think exactly where, but it was enough that the boy suffered a broken leg and Andrew was arrested. Many say that the arrest was a response to such an event, or for such an event that created speculations about the circumstances and intentions of Fred. They're wondering, did he hit this boy on purpose?
Dun, dun, dun.
By far the most famous occupant of the death house was Mark Twain. A lot of us know who Mark Twain is. I guess I can't say everybody because I never know. We are in probably 13 different countries right now, so some people might not know who he is. But he was a natural skeptic, and he had to reevaluate his perspective after having an experience of his own in the home.
Of course.
So, yeah, one evening, he saw a large piece of wood move on its own as it was kindling in the fire, and he described it as appearing to be floating. Okay, so what he did next is hysterical to me. America, right?
America, fuck yeah.
So, like a Billy Badass himself, he shot his gun at the log thinking that it was moved by a rat. Yeah.
If that doesn't say New York, though.
I figured New York would be like anti-guns. You know, I thought they were all like liberal or whatever.
No, I'm just saying like rats.
Oh. Well, rats. But yeah, that makes a good point. So it is said that he is still seen roaming the house and heard marching throughout the vacant section of the house, as well as going up and down the stairs, which is not totally surprising about the stairs, because the stairs a lot of times are where people report seeing things. Like, just
like, is there a reason? Like,
Yeah,
I noticed
there's a
that too.
reason.
Okay.
So what it is, you know, you have the first floor, or well, a floor and the floor above it. So the stairs is considered like an in-between transitional space,
Which is where the ghosts
which
are.
is where they primarily are found. Kind of like buildings that are under construction, or things that aren't finished, or there's like an in-between. I don't know what it is about that space that makes it ghost heaven, but apparently it's a thing.
I'm not gonna lie. All I could hear in my head whenever you said he was like marching around was the ghosts go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. If that doesn't tell you
I'm
that I
like-
have young children, I don't know what
I'm
is.
seeing this Civil War march going on in the house. Yeah. Like a Nutcracker from
Yeah.
Santa Claus movie. Oh my gosh. I am a child.
No. You're a child. I'm the one that.
Okay, you have an excuse because you have 2 little children that watch that crap. I do not, yet I still watch that crap.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. The Santa Claus trilogy, some of the best holiday movies I've ever seen in my life.
The first one is absolutely the best.
The DVD of that movie, games that you can play with your DVD remote.
No fucking way.
And you like silly string the marching soldiers. It's awesome.
Okay, I've got to buy this DVD. If y'all want to get me a present. Oh, also, you know, on top of that, if there's anything spooky, weird, odd, strange, cool that you want to like send us, if enough people let us know, I can open a P.O. box and we can receive stuff. Just throwing that out there, because we could also use it to decorate our little space here, because we're a little like blank.
We're a little garagey at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of the more popular Twain encounters was reported in the 1930s, once the building had been converted into a co-op consisting of 10 condo apartments. Like we just talked about, construction, no bueno if you don't want to see ghosts. A mother and daughter ran into Twain's ghost positioned at a window seat in their home. He approached the two, stating, quote, "My name is Clemens, and I has a problem here I gotta settle," end quote. So apparently for a writer, he doesn't have very good grammar.
I was gonna say. If only they could see my face when you said that.
Yeah, you're looking at me like,
What the fuck?
the fuck? Twain's ghost then proceeded to skeet on out of there, disappearing into thin air.
Just skedaddle.
Yep. Doop, doop. Jane Bryant Bartell and her daughter moved into a top floor apartment that housed servants in 1957. Jan states that a monstrous shadow would follow her around the house often. Other experiences of Jan's were a ghostly figure of a man standing in the hallway, visions, and sounds that could not be explained, which would creep me the fuck out. Ugh, nope. A paranormal investigator who visited the building claims that there are around 22 spirits that have taken up residency in the House of Death. And maybe that explains their poor grammar. Maybe it was not Twain. Maybe it was just some...
They just wanted to say it was Twain.
What if it was a slave from the Underground Railroad that maybe didn't make it very far on the railroad?
Yeah.
That would explain the poor grammar and that we got a problem.
And Clemens.
Uh-huh.
Kind of, yeah, like the different name and everything.
Yeah. I think that's probably what happened there. I think we just squashed that bug. So among the ghosts that they said were reported were Mark Twain, a woman in a white dress.
Always a woman in a white dress.
Yeah, it's always white or red.
Yes.
A young girl.
Or a nightgown.
Yeah, a young girl and a gray cat. And those are just a few. I don't know. Hey, we got a cat or something in our house.
A cat.
Yeah, them things stick around.
A cat.
I'm telling you, I swear there's a cat in my house.
Meow. You have 2 cats.
But none
There's
of...
a cat in my house. Yes, you have 2 of them.
Okay, but when it looks like a cat running like across the house into like a wall, problem 1, it ran through a wall. Problem 2, we have a black cat and a orange cat. The black cat was sitting on my lap, and the one that ran was also black. That's where it gets weird.
Yeah. Sorry, I just think it's funny to think of like an animal ghost.
Yeah, or like, so sometimes I'll be...
It's the cat from Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, I'll be in the house or something every now and then, and it feels... You know when the cat like walks up and rubs up against you and its tail wraps around your leg? I get that feeling, and I was like, oh, like the cat's here. And I look down, and there's no cat. Yeah, it's weird. I'll save some of those for a later date because I think I might just do an episode on spooky shit that just happened in this house.
Not mine.
Not yours. Mine. Mine. For those of you who have not seen Finding Nemo, go watch it. It is a good one.
Wasn't it just Sunday where we did like the I'm a piranha?
Yes! Because remember, that is so, because you brought it up and then somebody else brought it up to me as a costume idea for Halloween. All right, so we are just about done. On November 2nd, 1987, a true tragedy occurred. At the time, oh goodness, Hedda Nussbaum? I don't know. Yeah, her son Mitchell and her daughter Lisa resided in the building. After receiving a panicked 911 call, paramedics arrived to a horrifying scene. 6-year-old Lisa was naked and unresponsive on the floor. An autopsy later uncovered that her death was caused by blunt force trauma to the head. Her brother Mitchell was found tied to a playpen, covered in his own pee. And Hedda, their mother, was found with several broken bones and covered in bruises. What is said to have happened is that Joel, in a cocaine-fueled rage, went to the home and aggressively abused both Hedda and Lisa.
Who is Joel?
Lisa's father, Joel,
okay,
was found guilty and convicted of manslaughter in the 2nd degree. So I bet you that's the young girl that people see in the house.
Probably.
I would say. But that is my spookiness of the House of Death.
Spooks.
So I know it's pretty short, but like I said, it kind of worked out because we had a long intro and everything. So I don't think I will probably ever go there. Partially because it's in New York. And I don't
No
get
thanks.
it. Yeah. If I go anywhere, it's usually south.
Yeah.
But not too far south because I don't like it hot. Just saying. But yeah, so that's what we have there. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you get a chance, log into any of the platforms that you listen to, leave us a review, preferably a 5-star, but we'll take what we can get. And you can leave comments and all kinds of goodies on there. That really helps us out as far as making us available to people that are doing searches and that kind of thing. We also have the website, theredrumpodcasters.com.
And you
there.
can leave feedback there, too.
Yeah, you can leave feedback on there. You can just make comments on there.
You can donate so I can go to CrimeCon.
Yeah. P.S. It's going to be $700 for both of us to go to CrimeCon, and that does not include if we get a hotel and gas and all of that fun stuff. But there are links to all of our social media, the Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Threads.
Merch.
YouTube. TikTok. All of that goodie is on there. Like she said, there's a link at the bottom or at the top, depending on if you're on your phone or
if you're on your phone,
computer.
it is very tiny at the bottom.
Yes, very tiny. But it'll take you directly to the merch site, and you can, if there's something on there, you could purchase things. We get a little bit of kickback from that. I mean, it's not much, but if you want to help and contribute, but also get something for you, it's a good place to start. You can also actually find all of our episodes on there. Something's happening and your platform's down or something like that, you can always get on there and do that. We do have the Patreon still. We actually are going to, we actually just had an episode post today. It is September 1st. And it is patreon.com/theredbrumpodcasters. We have a couple tiers, $1, $5. You have both have early access to episodes like a day ahead of time. We give you a shout out. The difference is with the $5 a month tier, you have access to all of the extra content that we post on there. And
they're hilarious.
Yeah, they're hilarious. I mean, we have a blast. We're usually laughing half the time anyway. And it's just a lot more laid back and not as structured. It's just a good time. We just have a blast. If you guys have anything that you want to hear, listen to, I'm going to go ahead and say, Jason, if you have any ideas that you want us to cover, send an email, please, to the redrumpodcasters@gmail.com. Or if you comment or write anything on the website, it also goes to our Gmail address. Just so you know, we will get it in both directions. So please, if you have any suggestions, topics, stories, anything, please send them our way. It's been a graveyard in there. We want some action.
We're tired of people wanting to promote us and make us pay them. That's all we get.
Yeah.
Email us.
Yeah, email us. And I have quite a few personal stories, but it would be a lot better if they weren't all my stories.
Yeah. Also, email us if you want entered into the raffle.
Yep, we have till Halloween.
Yeah, we will most definitely have 1,000 downloads by Halloween. So
we'll have 1,000 downloads probably by
next week,
Wednesday.
Okay, please enter in for our raffle. Like we said, there's going to be like a ton of cool stuff in there, and
I think that
subject bar raffle.
Yeah, but like I said, go on there. Also, just to let everybody know, we are going to have a special Halloween episode where Kristen and I will be rocking our Halloween costumes.
Hell yeah.
And so keep an eye out close to Halloween because we're going to be posting those pictures and that kind of thing. We'll probably put a little something on TikTok.
Tiki-talkies.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to be yet. I've got a few options that I haven't decided on, so I'll pick something out. But also, just so everybody knows, do you know what it officially is? Do you know what today officially means?
It's fall.
It's my birthday month!
Oh, I was like, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are already decorating for fall, even though we're about to be in the 90s again.
Well, this last few days have been fantastic.
They have been.
I mean, they've been great. I mean, it's a little chilly in the morning, but I like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not feeling like I'm in a hot box in my car is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go in there, keep your eyes peeled. Also, if you have any, plans on dressing up for Halloween, please either send us the photos, get on social media and tag us in it. And we would love to see what everybody is for Halloween. We have a great time. I think I might actually dress Gus up also. So
can you dress him up as a goose?
I don't know if I can find a goose. I do have a little dinosaur outfit though. and he does have a little outfit that's black with white skull and crossbones all over it. Yeah, I'm that person. Check those out. And other than that, take it easy. We'll see you guys in a week.
Stay strange.